Hello students, we have completed up till the types of neurons from the chapter human body, the nervous system, chapter 7. So now we are continuing with the rest of the chapter, that is the human nervous system. Now the human nervous system, all right, can be divided into two systems. The human nervous system can be divided into two systems. Number one is the central nervous system, and the second is the peripheral nervous system. All right, so this central nervous system consists of two parts, that is the brain and the spinal cord. All right, so we shall now study in this video only about the brain part. So let's go ahead. Now I shall take the help of your book. All of you please open page number 81 from your book Science Panorama 8 Biology. So we shall now start with the central nervous system. Now what do you mean by central nervous system? Let's break the word. The nervous system that forms the core. Central means what? Core. Beach wala, middle, like that is the essence without which the nervous system doesn't have any meaning. So that is the central thing. The important thing that we are going to study is about the brain. All right, so now what is there in the brain? What is written? The brain is located in the head inside the skull. So we know what is the skull, the bony structure that is present. This is the skull. All right. So brain is located inside the head, inside the skull. The brain is protected by the bones of the skull and by a covering of three thin membranes called meninges. Now you see, this is the skin that we have, our hairs on the skin, and then there is the tissue. There are three layers. Now this is a very high standard diagram that I have shown you, this picture, to make you all understand about the meninges. So before we reach up to the brain part, we have to understand that from the skull, that is from the skin, from where our hair grows, to the part that we reach up to the brain, it has almost like three layers, which is called the meninges. All right, it's made up of three thin membranes, and then only, so first we have the skin on which our hair grows, and then we have three membranes. Those three membranes in this diagram are subdivided. This is not at all required to remember. I couldn't find any simple picture to show you all, so that's why this picture from a higher class. Anyway, so I hope you all have understood that there are three thin membranes to reach up to the brain, that is the meninges. Now what is written next? The fluid called cerebrospinal fluid present between the meninges protects the brain from shocks and injury. So these meninges, you can see this area, they have what? They have, you can say, cerebrospinal fluid. They have some fluid so that the lubrication stays present in the brain part, and the brain is being prevented from shocks and injury. It's for the lubrication. Cerebrospinal fluid. Where is cerebrospinal fluid located? It is present in the meninges. That's it. Now we are going ahead with the three main parts of the brain. So what are the three main parts of the brain? Number one, this entire structure, this one is called the cerebrum. All right, this part is called the cerebellum, and this part is called the brainstem. That's it. These are the three parts of the brain. Number one, cerebrum, then cerebellum, and the brain stem. This cerebrum, as you can see in the picture, is divided into several lobes. This you will be studying in your 10th standard, so I am not going in details about this because this is not at all required in your syllabus also. So number one, what is there written in the cerebrum? The largest part of the brain is known as the cerebrum. Okay, This is the largest part of the brain. This is the largest. You can see it's a big size. Okay, the surface of the cerebrum has many foldings called furrows and ridges. Can you see these furrows? These are furrows, ridges. Okay, the cerebrum has. Cerebellum doesn't have. Please make sure of all these things. Okay, this cerebrum has what? Cerebrum has these furrows and ridges. For what purpose is this furrows and ridges present? To increase the surface area of the brain to contain more nerve cells. So this is present so that surface area increases and more nerves are connected to the cerebrum. Alright, this is for more nerves to get connected. So that is a reason for the presence of furrows and ridges in the cerebrum. Alright, next, the cerebrum is divided into left and right cerebral hemispheres with a deep furrow between them. The picture is not shown here, but as you can see on page 81 of your book, so this is one part and this is another part. So this is the deep furrow that is present in the middle of the brain, which divides the brain into two hemispheres. This is the left hemisphere and this is the right hemisphere. Left hemisphere and this is the right hemisphere. All right, into two parts. Understood? So this is the cerebral hemisphere. This middle portion is the cerebral hemisphere, a deep furrow between the two parts of the brain. Alright, memory, intelligence, reasoning and other mental activities including response to stimuli are controlled by the cerebrum. So all your memory, etc., everything, intelligence, reasoning, all mental activities are controlled by which part? This largest part of the brain, that is the cerebrum. I hope this is clear till this much. Next we come to cerebellum. What is present in the cerebellum? It is just located, this is C, it is just located, I think I shall rub this part so that you all understand it. Yes. Next we are talking about the cerebellum. We can see that this cerebellum is located just below the cerebrum. Alright, and this part of the brain controls and coordinates muscular movements of the body and also maintains a balance of the body. This is all about our movement of our body, and also keeping balance. Like when we stand erect. Okay, we can lean on the wall also sometimes, but this is like we don't fall, isn't it? So we can maintain our posture. When we sit on a chair or on bed or anywhere, wherever we sit, we have a certain balance in our body, right? So that is being maintained by the cerebellum. And when we move our hands, when we move our legs, travel from one place to another with the help of our legs, all these things are what? Motor activities that is taking place in our body, and this is being done by the cerebellum. Cerebellum is the second largest portion of our brain. Second largest. Okay, largest is what? Cerebrum is the largest part of the brain, and second largest is the cerebellum. Alright, next we come to the brain stem. So again I shall erase it. Next we come to the brainstem. What it is written? It connects the brain to the spinal cord. So this is the brain, this is the brainstem we are talking. So it is connected the brain to the spinal cord. Then comes is that into the spinal cord, the brainstem helps to regulate breathing, controls heartbeat and all involuntary movement. So this brainstem that you can see, but I'll show you a picture here. See, this is the brainstem. Can you see it is getting connected? The brain is getting connected to the spinal cord with the help of this brainstem. So what is the role of the brainstem? This is all involved in breathing. This brainstem area is involved in breathing. Then comes your controlling the heartbeat, right? Controlling heartbeat and all other involuntary activities. And involuntary means which is not in our control. Like heartbeat, is it in our control? No, it's not in our control, isn't it? The heart will beat at its own rate, that is 72 times per minute. In 1 minute it will beat 72. So you can't control all these things. These are involuntary. So all the involuntary functions of our body, then breathing, etc., is controlled by the brain stem. These all things, cervical, thoracic, lumbar, sacrococcygeal, these all things are not required for you all to remember. I couldn't find any simpler picture to show you. My main intention to show you here is that how is brain is connected to the spinal cord with the help of this brain stem. So all right, I hope you all have understood this much. If not, then please go through this video once again. All right, thank you. Bye.